We live in the world where people cannot imagine their life without technology. Technology drastically affects many areas of society in positive ways, and so, if it is well implemented, it can overcome economic, political, as well as social challenges. However, there's a very big gap between stakeholders in technology and social civic actors, because they all tend to work in isolation and they never get a chance to stay together. And to bridge this gap, CIPESA, in collaboration with Sahara Sparks Limited, has organized an interesting and a very informative social civic forum held at Innovation Buni Hub. The program's associate at CIPESA, Ashna Kalemera, will tell us more about the forum.
The series of forums that we're running are aimed at encouraging knowledge and awareness of civic and social tech across all the stakeholders I've mentioned. Very often, most of these stakeholders work in isolation. So civil society will sit in a civil society space and talk to civil society. Technologists will come to spaces like this and talk code and geeky things. But there's never any relationship or collaboration between the two, yet very clearly they can advance each other's work. So besides promoting awareness and knowledge of the tools that exist, the challenges and opportunities that are out there, it's also a form of building relationships and nurturing collaboration, so that the tech enthusiasts that are here can identify the potential of working with civil society actors that are in transparency and accountability of human rights, as opposed to always thinking, we have to go to the commercial sector and make profit and all these other things. So that's why we're running these roundtables. Similar ones will be running in Uganda in partnership with Outbox. We'll also run others in Kenya. iHub, if you're aware of, is another of our partners. We hope it will be a running series of events to nurture relationships, like I said, and collaboration, but also keep sparking awareness and knowledge and appreciation of the tools, as well as the role that technology can play in good governance and promoting democracy.
This won't be, here itakuwa one of those forums where we are going to give long speeches na mambo kama hayo. It's going to be a very open session where we are going to engage, because the startups wenye watakuwa na picha hapa mbele watakuwa naambia ni nini wanafanywa haswa kuboresha masuala za uongozi bora, kama mmesikia kutoka kwa dada Ashna. So we have to jenge hapa, tuna dada yetu Sandra pale. Sandra shule gani tena? Mbezi Beach. A very young lady, but she's already providing solutions. Tayari anatoa solutions za uongozi bora, yeah? So basically kitu tunataka kuangalia is we want to see what exactly citizens are doing out there to promote good governance, especially using ICT tools, yeah? So hii itakuwa a very open discussion. Watakuwa na picha hapo wanaambia nini wanafanya, kama mna swali, kama mna mrejesho, kama mna any kind of additions, feedback that you want to give, this is going to be the session. So we are going to look at challenges, tutakuwa tunaangalia changamoto za kijamii, na pia tutakuwa tunaangalia suluhisho za kijamii, haswa zile tunaweza tukatumia teknolojia kutatua. So I'll start with Tujenge. Yeah.
Meet Tujenge Software Development Company. It's a youth-led company which has come up with a very nice mobile application called Changia. The app is aimed at community fundraising at local government level for health, water, and infrastructure challenges. The responsible parties will be able to fundraise for the identified community concerns, and citizens will also be able to hold the leader's account for the funds collected. Another compelling tool is Kodi Yangu, a website on tracking the utilization of tax funds in Tanzania. Kodi Yangu is being incubated by Hatua Project, an initiative for catalyzing citizens' engagement and innovation. The website is currently in prototype stage, and this website is expected to enable citizens to give feedback on priority areas for budget allocation and also inform relevant advocates and raising awareness. Up next is another interesting mobile application called Tujibu from a very young and determined girl from Civc Secondary School. She has had this idea since 2015, and currently she's working on hosting her app. Wow, this is very nice. This Tujibu bridges the gap between normal citizens and leaders by providing a platform where voices of citizens on different challenges can be delivered to their respective responsible leaders.
Issues that they're facing in their societies. and to enhance accountability. Through Tujibu, citizens will be able to have a direct connection with their leaders. Also, they will be able to raise their voices and to rank their leaders. Through the ranking, other citizens who don't follow up on the leaders will be able to see that if they will choose that leader during the coming election, will they benefit from him or will they not? Because some of the leaders tend to move from one area to another. If they fail election one area, they will go to another area just to get to become the leaders. So Tujibu will have their records, and they will be able to, the citizens will be able to eliminate them from from the leadership. We're going to create mobile applications and website. We aim to contribute in development by enhancing accountability to the leaders.
Oh wow, that was very nice. We should really hope for a very bright future in Tanzania because we see youth coming up with very optimistic solutions. And so after hearing what youth do to bridge the gap between citizens and government, we'll now have a panel discussion on issues like
decision makers and policy influencers. Yeah? So we're going to have discussions around what are the known impacts of civic technology and digital democracy on citizens, decision makers, and policy influencers. But again, we'll also explore what should be done to enhance awareness of civic technology and improve public awareness.
The panel is made of competent experts on social civic issues from different companies. Reynold Meeda, the Secretary General of United Nations Association, Jonathan Sawala from Forum Climate Change, Adam from Open Society Foundation Initiative for East Africa, Ismail Biro, the Director of Programs at TBI, and Asha Abinala, the Manager of Jamii Forum. Every member of a panel got to explain what the organization does to enhance the awareness of civic tech and improve public awareness and their knowledge on civic technology as well as digital democracy of citizens.
And I can name a few of the projects that we have done. The first one will be the election situation room, which we did in 2015. Was our major and the biggest project we've ever done in Tanzania in the 2015 during the election. And as I said before, the idea was to be able to capture the information from the citizen during the election and convey that information to the relevant authorities. So whether this is police, the National Electoral Commission, the Prevention of Corruption Bureau, or the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties, get the information from the people, take it to the relevant authorities, and for them to take an immediate action. That was our aim.
For so long, as Adam has said, we have many great initiatives that are happening on the ground using different platforms, technology, innovation. But the challenge has always been that everyone is working in silos. Imagine we are serving the same community, and the resources that have been put to serve this community. But again, the impact sometimes is quite difficult to track because everyone is going their own direction. But imagine if you start something that brings together everyone and sort of provide them with a platform to start discussing of strategies together, start to share learnings, resources, also information, but at the same time, citizens have an opportunity to access such hub to also maybe participate in the discussions, meet with different stakeholders that are working in the area of governance, but also stakeholders who are also working in the area of technology, come up with ideas that will eventually produce something that would have greater impact.
Iyo inaonekana, it's apparent, inaonekana. Even if it was not apparent, when we talk about governance hub, you know, when the government is effective, things in the community tends to get better. So whatever we do as individuals or private entities, it won't reach anywhere if we are not in partnership with the government.
This has been great. For us at CIPESA, learning is like topmost, and then sharing what we learn is next, and then partnering and collaborating. Because in whatever it is that we're doing, you can't do anything successfully or effectively if you're not learning, if you're not sharing, and if you're not partnering. So that's obviously the objective that we had when we came here, and it's been great for me, or on behalf of CIPESA, to see that that's what it was.
Thanks to members of panel for such a nation-building discussion, and this is the end of our forum. Sahara Sparks, together with CIPESA, would like to thank all those who have attended this event, as it's a very good sign that people are up to make sure that the gap between the social civic stakeholders and technical expert is bridged, so as to enhance a better relationship between them. Eunice Jengo from Sahara Sparks, thank you.